Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel. I'm Old Dead Man, your host. We're having another I'm Getting Ready for Work special today. We have It's Fixed number 31, but before we hit on that, we're going to hit on the Black Friday bundle. They're actually putting together all of the themed vehicles in this regard. The four of the best, possibly some of the best vehicles in the game. And let me show you what they've got coming for a bundle today that is 50% off. So let's start off with the Ka-50 here, the Black Shark. Great, perhaps arguably the best helicopter in the game. Then we have the Black Cat. I love the M18s, and I think that is a tremendous vehicle to have in your lineup. The M18 is great. It's got a great gun. It's got great maneuverability and decent speed. It's the combination that I look for in my sneaky, breaky, cheeky play style. Then there's the A43 Black Prince, which I can't really speak too much of it, but it does have some really great armor and hits at BRs that tends to be effective. And the P61A1 Black Widow, good plane. It does require a slightly different play style than maybe the hot shot fighters you're used to, but it's got a devastating gun loadout. So if you head on things, they're not going to be there anymore. So that's going to be coming in at 45 US dollars. If you already own some of these vehicles, it will actually give you a reduced rate. And just the M18 by itself, well, okay, the M18 and the Ka-50, I think together make a pretty decent bundle at this price. So all four makes for just a tremendous deal. That's in this case it's half off. So check your local store so you can see what it costs in your dollars. In mine it would be $45, and I'm actually thinking about it. It's that good of a deal. And let's move on to the It's Fixed number 31. Now I went through the patch notes themselves. The ones they've listed here are the big ones. So let's go through them. The radio fuse on certain shells, it used to be, it would just say if it's within 15 meters of the center point of the vehicle you're shooting at, or the shell that you're shooting at, it would explode. Well, they've changed that. They've made it so it reacts to the actual shape of what you're shooting at instead. So if you're shooting at an airplane, if you shoot it off its wing, it'll explode just off its wing, or just off the cockpit, or wherever you're shooting. So it'll be a much closer distance, but it'll be based on the shape of what you're shooting at as to where the radio fuse will trigger. And they have a list of some of them right here. I've got it on the screen. But the 40mm M90 and the 40mm M484 and the 40mm M822 all went to going from 4 meters from the shape of the thing you're shooting at. And the 57mm went to 6 meters from that shape. And the 76mm went to 8 meters. So if it gets within that range around the vehicle you're shooting at, it will explode, and shrapnel and horrifying things and body parts and blood and all that kind of stuff. Entrenching, they've got enough information to actually make some balancing adjustments. Instead, it's going to take 3 seconds to deploy your scoop instead of 5, which admittedly is one of the reasons why I didn't use it a whole lot amongst them. By being able to deploy the bulldozer a lot faster, it means that it'll be a more effective tactic to use on the fly. They have changed the amount of soil you remove in a single pass. It's gone from 20 to 25 centimeters. And the reverse speed is also increased with the blade lowered from 7 to 12 kilometers per hour. Now, the question I have is, does that mean that certain vehicles that have a slower reverse speed than that might actually go faster with the blade lowered? Or is it just they're saying that's the max speed they're allowing the vehicle to go in reverse? I'm sure it's the latter, but it's still pretty funny for some of those Russian vehicles if suddenly you drop the bulldozer down and you can go faster in reverse. That would make it a real tactical change, wouldn't it? The Italian and Japanese machine gun belts for their 50 cal equivalents, they had a bunch of problems with the HE. They fixed those problems, and now those bullets will explode on impact. I'll bet you will find that those vehicles will have a tremendous improvement in their effectiveness against air targets. And I'm looking forward to trying them out. I might jump back into my Japanese lineup and go blow up some airplanes. We all know how much trouble they've had with the hull guidance type of aiming on certain vehicles, and they've made some more improvements to it for the Sturv 103A and the 103C. A lot of it's just trying to balance out the sudden jerks and the weirdness, but there are some small improvements still coming. Hopefully they'll one day make it so it's effective at all times instead of having so many bugs with it. Finally, and this is the big one for me, it used to be you had a 15-second timer before you could spawn in for your second or third or whatever, spawn in on realistic or simulator battles. They've made that 5 seconds. And I am so thankful. 5 seconds is just enough time for me to be like, okay, that's the vehicle I want. Let's go. I don't have to wait anymore and go, come on. I want to blow them up. Instead, it'll be popping me in pretty much almost immediately. So I am delighted and looking forward to that change. The rest of the changes are in the changelog. Check them out. You have a great rest of your day. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in War Thunder.